Good evening, I'm Debbie, and we're keeping it simple with Testa's Pantry. Today was such a gorgeous day that I decided to jump the season a little bit. I want to do a strawberry spinach salad. I don't know if you've had one before, but with our condimento bianco denso, it's absolutely out of this world. And then I thought, well, what can we have with that? So, decided to have some grilled chicken breasts. Kind of like old school, the way I used to make them. And it's really simple. So Pete's going to start the grill and we'll have grilled chicken breasts and strawberry spinach salad. So we'll start with the strawberry spinach salad and the dressing. I have here in the measuring cup a teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to use an arbequina because it's really fruity. And I'm going to use, this is our condimento bianco denso. I'm going to start with, so I have a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of our denso. I don't know if you've ever tried this before, but it is thick and sweet. It's been aged for a year in Slovenian oak to give it a really nice roundness. And once you've tried it, it's really difficult to dislike it. It's very good. So we have 2 tablespoons of that, and then we'll put in a little bit more than 1/4 cup of our arbequina. Now, the arbequina is very fruity. It lends itself well to any kind of a salad. We're going to whisk that up, and we're going to set that aside. So here we have our spinach, using about 6 ounces, maybe a little less than that. And we have 8 ounces of strawberries, and I put some mint on top of it because I thought it would lend itself really nice to the freshness of the spring season. So there's our strawberries. We put that on there. We have about 2 ounces of walnuts. We'll throw that on there. And then this is 8 ounces of goat cheese, but I'm going to use about 4. So we'll put 4 ounces on top of that. Let me get my tongs so that I can mix this up just a little bit. There. So we'll put on about 4 ounces, or half of a package of goat cheese. We love goat cheese. Now you can use feta if you want. Feta lends itself really well to that too. And before I put the dressing on, I'm going to marinate the chicken because the dressing will make the spinach soggy, and we don't want soggy chicken. So here we have about 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts. In my measuring cup here, I am going to use a good healthy tablespoon of Dijon mustard. That's probably a little bit more. That might be 2 tablespoons. And we have a teaspoon each of salt and ground curry. Ground curry really tastes good. I really loved it the first time I've used it. Then we have 2 small cloves of garlic. I like garlic on everything. And we have a 1/2 tablespoon each of tarragon and sesame seed. Then we're going to squeeze in some honey, a little bit of honey, if it comes out, because it's being stubborn. So if it needs a little bit of help, then we'll just do that. There we go. Got it out. So there's some honey. That's because the sweetness helps the oil and the acid that's in the dressing crystallize on top of the chicken, and it helps it just get a little brown. All right, now what we're going to do is, this is our condimento bianco. It's not the denso. The denso we used in that salad. This is a nice acidic base. It's really good in anything that you don't want too much flavor, or you don't want to be overpowering. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons. Now I'm going to use 3 tablespoons. And I make it up as I go along sometimes with the marinades anyways. And then I'm going to use the Kornecki because Kornecki is great on chicken. We're going to use double the amount of the oil that we used of the vinegar. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 1/4 cup. I should have just used a 1/4 cup measure. 5 and 6. There. Now we'll mix that up. And it's going to be a little thick. And it's going to be wonderful. I'm keeping it away from the spinach salad because we don't want to alter the taste of that. I'm going to pour this over the chicken now. And we'll let that sit and marinate for about, let's see, probably we'll let this sit and marinate for about an hour. And I think about an hour, maybe not quite. Depends on when Peter decides to turn on the grill. And then as soon as I start cooking this, then we can toss the salad with our dressing. That's very simple, made with a condimento bianco denso and our arbequina. So we have some really delicious early summer, late spring, and it's not yet, not by the calendar, but it sure tastes like it. So we're looking at some really nice dishes to look forward to as the weather gets warmer. Anyways, happy cooking, and we'll see you next Thursday.